Welcome back, everybody, as we cruise into our final segment today of Matt Connarton Unleashed. And we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnarton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Thursday, September 15, 2022, and we are here with members of the band Sepsiss. And let me get your mics up there.
Matt, this is my third time up here, and I'm floored how greasy you got that. That is smooth, man.
Oh, thank you.
That is nonstop. And you said it's a glorious day in Manchester, and
Yes.
indeed it really is. I'm really glad to have the weather.
Oh, yeah, the weather is
shining.
perfect, yeah.
I started to bundle up. Me and Melissa get cold a lot.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
I know.
Yeah.
I know when the weather's changing because we are, professional New England folks.
Yes, yes.
And my lips start to turn blue, typically.
Yeah. Usually Melissa starts changing colors, and I follow in her footsteps. We got Johnny with me today, my bass player.
Hello, Johnny.
I don't know if he's ever been up
Hi.
here. This is the shyest I've ever seen you, bro.
First time.
Oh, okay.
Seriously? Okay.
Yeah, well, welcome.
Thank you.
And we have, is this Lexi over
This
here?
is the famous celebrity merch girl, Miss Lexi
Hi.
Swarm. You can bring that right over. It moves.
Yeah, you might want to bring that a little closer.
We gotta
Right
get.
in
We gotta
between.
get.
There you go.
So on
I
Lexi's
called the left.
podcast, she doesn't have all this fancy stuff, but we're gonna get there. She has a worker bee microphone. Do you know what that is?
No. What is that?
It's kind of like a black and yellow circular.
It's a condenser microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's for like podcasting. Like,
Oh, okay. I know
public
what you're
speaking.
talking about. I didn't know. I hadn't heard it called that, but that makes sense because worker bee. That makes sense.
The swarm and all that.
Yeah. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
It is Ridley.
Hey, what's up, Dave? We've got some guests in the studio. Do you have a question or anything for? We've got members of the band Sepsiss here.
Cool.
Hey,
Do
what's
you
up, man?
do you want some election news, or should I call back later with that?
Oh, call back later, Dave, with that.
Vote for Sepsis,
All right.
please.
Yeah, vote for Sepsiss.
Have
there
fun.
you go. All right, Dave. Thank you. All right, that was our friend Dave Ridley.
I
but,
watch your show, Matt, and I like it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I watch the show. I'm a big supporter of Manchester small businesses and artists and people that create strong and powerful conversations in the community. And you've done that consistently for a while. So
Oh, thank you.
congratulations, man. It's clean up here. It's always nice. It's a pleasure to come and visit again. I'm just excited to see you still doing it.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We should talk about what's coming up in November.
I know this is a short visit. We wanted to come down, kind of just give an update of what Sepsiss was doing anyways. But
Yeah.
really to have a formal presentation and announcement of you, Matt, coming to be an official sponsor of our little fest, Swarmiefest, here at Jewel Nightclub in Manchester, New Hampshire, November 5th. It's a community-driven, fan-born style festival. And really to understand what it's all about is to understand what a swarmy is.
Yeah.
And so we have groups and networks, public groups on Facebook and our social networks that are designed for community art curation and conversations. We bring people on like yourself. We use our networks and platforms as a whole. In total, Melissa's admin of several groups like the Female Fronted Alliance and Sepsiss the Swarm, the Rock and Metal Reset, as well as our gaming communities, Immaculate Connection, and a metal band as a backdrop of music that we've been doing for over 10 years, winning awards, writing songs, pushing bands. Originally, we were the band that got other bands likes. We the originators of that. So I really, we're always looking for new ways to try to share the spotlight with other people. And we don't have a lot of local shows because we believe in quality over quantity. And, a lot of times when you have big shows, there's a national involved or a celebrity or they have a bunch of people come down.
Right.
But this show There's two big reasons. This was a fan design show. This isn't a Sepsiss Fest. This is Swarmiefest, and the Swarm represents the community that Sepsiss has migrated to online. We're a big online. I'd say probably 50% of what we do is online. We are definitely a hybrid modern day band.
Yep.
We do a lot of our work in advertising online. And the other thing we do fearlessly is share information about that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you're in a room full of magicians and you're showing everybody how to pull a rabbit out of the hat, that can be annoying for some people. And us being a small band, we're always reminding people how small we are.
Yeah.
And that can be annoying if you're looking in comparison. Great hat. Shout out to Edgewise.
Yeah.
Great band.
Yeah. Yep.
Shout out to them. We played with them recently at the Hill. Great
cool.
band.
Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
Really great band.
Yep.
They play with us in A Day to Attend, who just came out with a record.
Oh yeah, Jeff Richards. That's his band, right?
Yeah, man. Jeff. Yeah. So you know the boys.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, they'll be at Swarmiefest.
Yep.
And she'll give the rundown on that. But really, Swarmiefest is during the pandemic. We had a lot of people meeting online, and a lot of that we found a safe place, a predictable place and community where people could share art. It's getting rare now to find online places where you could share art or music or have conversations without getting beat up, without getting judged, So me and Melissa early on wanted to create these pockets and places online.
Yeah.
And we have, with tens of thousands of people in these groups. And they're safe, predictable places where people in the community from all over the place, it's not about celebrities or having to pass any tests or goals or thresholds.
Yeah.
It's a place sponsored and hosted by us, Sepsiss, Immaculate Connection, and all of our gaming communities and music buddies and colleagues and press people. There are some celebrities in there, and DJs, labels, A&Rs, different people that you can find in our groups. And together, out of them became a fan base called the Swarmies.
Yeah.
And they named themselves out of a group that Melissa had, this really passionate group on Twitch during the pandemic. And it was a group of people that just found us, found the music, and need healing, mental wellness, a place where they could share songs, poetry, karaoke. It's really a come one, come all environment. You don't have to be black or short or have any special skills. It's free. There's no advertising involved in it. And out of that, the Swarmies had joked throughout the 2.5 years of being indoors, really tough for people. And they had joked, wouldn't it be really cool if after all of this, it was safe enough? Of course, we came up here last time. It was still pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
We all came up with masks on and tubs of lube and sanitizer. And
we're
What?
nobody.
Did I hear the list correctly?
No.
Do you have to hit the button on that one?
No, but the lube, that's for the other show that I do, Matt Connarton Unsheathed. So we don't. That's not carried on WMNH. That's behind a paywall. So we don't talk about that here. But yes, I do remember that. Yes,
it's a little bit safer now.
Yeah.
And us along with the Swarmies, the fans, our friends, our families. A Swarmie is really not just a fan, and not just even a super fan, but somebody that's really like publicly and cognitive, purposefully participating in Sepsiss and our growth, and people who understand our mission, people who understand generosity, community, people who understand small businesses, people who understand celebrating neighborhoods, people who understand that celebrating other people can sometimes be a very powerful thing too. I think that's something that we've all forgotten, is that one of the most powerful things you can do in the world is share and celebrate people that are more interesting than you sometimes. And that's one of the ways that we give back. That's one of the ways that we can add value to the community, to Manchester, to New Hampshire. That's the way that we could share our success with people. And through that, the Swarmies thought it would be a great idea if we actually went forward and made an event. It was kind of a little bit of a joke at first.
Yeah.
And I said that'd be cool if we had like a Swarmiefest.
Yeah.
And there's a few really strong supporters in the Swarm. Again, public supporters, fanatics of the growth and the curation of what we're trying to do, people who really understand our purpose and our goals. And they said, no, we want to get behind this. We want to invest in this. We want to help people carpool, get plane tickets. We want to help organize and schedule hotels. We want to do this together. People who could never make Sepsiss shows or people who may have never been able to see us play have been able to play this year because we have these people, Matt, that have entered our lives. It's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
and they help each other with plane tickets. They drive hours to pick each other up at the airport. It's something that I've never seen in my life as a musician. And it's an incredible movement. And wish granted, when the Swarmies want something from Sepsiss, we're gonna jump.
Yeah.
Because we really prioritize our fans at this level, because our fans at this level are what we care about. We are a fan curated band. We ask our fans what our symbols should sound like. We ask them, we ask them their opinions.
Everything gets peer reviewed.
They do. We have groups that we and it's part of our package. It's part of the features of our band to make us unique.
Yeah.
As we offer our fans a part of our lives, because we feel that the most powerful artists in our lives were the type of people that were these open book, open conversation artists that gave you parts of their real lives. And the Swarmies have given us that back with this festival, with this event. And they wanted to come and meet us on our hometown. We could have had it anywhere. They said they wanted to come and visit us and see what it was like.
It's crazy. People are literally flying out to this event like a bunch of wasps.
And we're just a local little band. We've always kind of did this as, we make a few bucks here and there, but literally nobody's buying a Dutch Victorian here.
Right.
We do it because we love it. We're not young kids doing this, so the proof is in the pudding. We're here to stay. We're going to be here for a very, very long time because we love what we do and we care about each other and we care about the fans and hyper focusing on them. They're excited about the growth of what we're doing. We're coming out with another album this year. So the fans are fired up. And this is just a way for, I think, all of us, it's like to complete the circle of healing, coming out of the lockdowns and the confusion. This is a symbol. This show is a symbol that places like Unleashed, dreams like your show, dreams like Sepsiss, artistic dreams and being able to express yourself and make friends and unify like this we kind of felt like we would never be able to do it again. Some of us really were on the line if we'd ever have shows. And this is a symbol of our survival, Matt. This is a symbol of our friendship, that we're still able to come up here and talk about rock and roll and talk about people that play instruments in Manchester. Yeah. That's probably not a big deal to some people, but it saved my life, and it saved my friend's life. We eat like this. We live like this. This is, when you see us, this is our authentic life. We are dedicated to this. We invested in this. And I know that it's popular now online to say, who cares what everybody else thinks and everything else. But literally that for us, that is our purpose, is caring about what our neighbors think.
Yeah.
And it is the opposite of not caring. It's the opposite of just abandoning ship and saying, technology and bad behaviors and personalities are just allowed to take over. This is a symbol of survival, that art is still going on, that human-made music is still important to people. Yeah. And this show has nothing but locals, regionals, small businesses. I have no sponsors that paid for any spots. There's no pay to play for bands. It's community driven. People are going to come down and they're going to be able to play in front of our fans and our friends and our family. And it's a way for Sepsiss, the Swarmies to give back, and for the bands to all share a special night with no strings attached. There's no fine print, and just a way to make friends in an old-fashioned way. Yeah. No celebrities, no barriers, no special prerequisites. 4 Manchester bands are on it.
Yeah, who's so it's Sepsiss, Day to Attend, Dust Prophet.
Yeah,
Trading Tombstones.
Them I don't know. I think
they're
the
they're
one
a young band, and they're from Manchester. You should have them up here, man.
Yeah,
they're really good. There's only 2 young men in the band, and one of the gentlemen was in a metal band, I think, before, but they do this really like textured and vibey, emotional music. It's extremely adult. You'd have to check it out. It's unique, melodic, and unique, special, very New England. They got a very New England look. Go check them out.
Okay. Yeah, I like the name Trading Tombstones. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so it's 4 bands?
Trawl's on there too.
Yeah, Trawl's on it from Maine.
Oh, they're from Maine. Okay.
Yeah, and they got a big movement in Maine. I like what they're doing. Everybody on this, I think all the bands on this really complement each other as far as entertainment goes. There's variety. It speaks a lot in realms of what New England bands can do and how different that each band has, and really top quality. A Day to Attend, and again another great band that just came out with a record. So they just did their release, and we got a podcast that we've been kind of messing around with.
Oh yeah, you should talk about that. Yeah,
it's called Shred City.
Okay,
and it's going to be on the Sepsiss network. So it'll be on our Twitch, all the actual Sepsiss pages, and it's the band kind of hosting like a Swarmiefest kind of party on it's a way for us to use our 41,000 people on Facebook to bring other bands in and share our social network feeds, share our Twitch feeds. It's a way for us to share all the work that we put in and bring a band on in an intimate setting, and it's conversation based. There will be a performance at the end of the broadcast, but it'll be a jump set. So it'll be like us talking about the music business and the industry and small businesses and neighbors, and it'll also be a chance for bands to come on our networks and ask us some questions.
Yeah.
It's not an interview. It's not we're not going to set up, kind of templates and what's your favorite influence.
Right.
This will be the kind of thing where it's like bands can come on our networks in front of our thousands and thousands of fans on our public figure networks. Melissa's got another. We have Twitch and a whole bunch of others, and we're going to combine them all and simulcast it all at one time. It'll be live, and it'll be a way for us to break into the conversation and people to actually talk about like what's right with the industry, what's wrong with the industry. Is there an industry, or is it just a music business? Is there departments? How is Sepsiss overcoming this? How have we aligned with big tech companies? Who's paying us? How are we doing it? What are we getting for stream? Those are things that you can ask us.
Yeah.
Those are things that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about record deals. We're going to be talking about how we've gotten screwed, scams, online crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about all of our celebrity friends, and people will be able to ask questions about the music awards and how that works. And it'll just be a way for us to come on and talk with other bands.
Yeah.
And it's not a come one, come all situation. It's bands that we think that we care, and bands who we cite, and bands who we think are carrying a torch and shedding the light on their neighbors. Bands who we think that can carry on the tradition of generosity. Bands who we think that deserve to come on and share the spotlight with us. We have thousands and thousands of fans all over the world, and we can't wait to share that light with people.
Yeah.
We want to make sure it's the right people. So those are the bands we're looking for. And then of course at the end they'll be able to do their music performance, which would be like a jump set, which would be like the 2 or 3 best songs they've ever written. And the cool part is the whole podcast takes place in Wilmington, Massachusetts, in one of our sponsors, Shred City, which is a guitar retail store out of Wilmington, Massachusetts. They're really cool. It's a heavy metal based, hard rock based, old school, traditional neighborhood style rock and roll guitar retailer. Man, you can go there. Tommy's the guy that runs the joint. He's Tommy in Vegas. It's Shred City in Wilmington. They totally rock. They're also going to be at Wilmington. They're also going to be at Swarmiefest as well.
Cool.
So you'll be able to hang out with them. And also New Hampshire Guitars, out of Windham, New Hampshire, is also a proud sponsor of Swarmiefest. So you guys are like my team, man.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to just have you guys in the building, everybody kind of talking shop and guitars and Manchester and New Hampshire and just where we've all been and what we're doing. And all of that with the backdrop of these amazing bands. New Hampshire Bookings got it. Jules got it. The last show we there was I mean, it was wall to wall in there.
Yeah.
And we're looking to do the same thing. And we really want to prove that we can just put people in a building without ripping people off, without having pay to play, without having a bunch of sponsors that come in and dump money into it. We want to keep it high quality with low cost, where people make friends and actually be able to extend conversations in a quality way, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, really looking forward to it, and I'm really glad you invited me to be a part of it.
And I've just realized I've talked the whole time. And
well, we got a few minutes left. No, but that was a lot of important information to impart.
I'm really excited about it.
Yeah,
as you can
It
tell.
is going to be a lot of fun.
yeah,
No doubt.
absolutely. Somebody in the chat room, Isaac Banks, is asking Sepsiss, what's your favorite Nickelback song? I don't know if that's a serious question, but if any of you have a favorite Nickelback song you'd like to.
Do they do? I'm not sure. I like Nickelback. A lot of people give Nickelback, they beat them up a little bit.
Yeah.
But can I tell you something about that?
Never
Anything
Again song
successful
for
in
me.
rock and roll music gets beat up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
If anything is successful or anybody's happy in rock and roll music, it's bad.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
No, I get it. I mean, my favorite band is Kiss, and Kiss takes a beating.
They take So we've got to open up for bands like Puddle of Mud and stuff like that. And whenever people ask about those shows, I always tell them that we opened up for 3 Doors Down from a Puddle of Nickel Creed. Because that just does all of it. You know? They're like, who's that again that you opened up for? And I'll say, 3 Doors Down from a Puddle of Nickel Creed.
Yeah.
Of course, and then we signed to the same record label that Puddle of Mud did. And then they sang that awful so we came out with our record in 2020 on Pavement Entertainment, Sony Orchid, and and then right before that, Puddle of Mud did too.
Oh.
And they released Galvania, and then they did that Sirius XM massive meme video where I think he probably needed some rest or some water or something.
Yeah.
And it was they ripped this guy. I mean, they tore him to pieces. I felt terrible.
What was
Poor
it?
guy.
Because
Did they do a cover song? I forget now. Did they cover?
I don't know why they covered Nirvana.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I don't know why they would cover Nirvana, and I better stop saying anything about it now because someone's going to ask us to cover something like that. And the answer is no. It's hard to cover people with really unique voices like that.
Yeah.
And I think in his defense, he got, millions and millions and millions of views from this attention.
Oh yeah.
And people said lots of evil things to him on the internet, but we're no stranger to that.
Yeah.
It's the internet.
It's the internet.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And Unique is going to bring in some attention for sure. So he got really hammered on this acoustic performance he did, and it sounded like he might have had a cold or something. I just as from people that we've been singing for quite some time, I'm certainly not operatic, but I could tell by his performance that he was struggling with something physical.
Right.
It
right.
was but nobody cares, and they pounded this guy.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, it kind of helped us with record sales. Because people kept hitting our record label site for all of this madness.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
people go, oh, God, Sepsiss has really got to be awful if that band's done it.
Well, whatever. Helps,
But we live in a meme environment.
Yeah.
Everything's crazy like that.
Oh
now.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. We're actually already almost out of time. But is there anything that we haven't discussed that you want to make sure we talked about? I don't know if there's anything else you want
Lexi's got a show rundown. We got a bunch of show stuff happening.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But I hope she really doesn't. Well, I'm saying something now that we can all be a part of. Hopefully, Lexi does not give away the last announcement that we're not allowed to give away.
Oh,
that one, because we don't want to mess up that on live.
well, now I'm curious.
Okay.
But
I'll tell you after.
all right.
Way to make her nervous.
But yes, whatever you can share. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So September 24th, we're going to be at the Boston Tattoo Convention.
Oh, that's a big deal. That's good.
Heck yeah, we're playing with Barroom Heroes
It's a Boston band.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
and Third Knuckle We'll be playing
And
them.
yeah, and Third Knuckle, also their lead singer is also the lead singer from the band 16 by 20, who last year they won Boston Magazine Limelight Hard Rock
Oh, wow.
Metal Act of the Year. So we frequently play shows with them because they're really good.
Yeah.
And they're good people.
They bring a great crowd. No, hold on, they're great people. But the reason why they're going to Swarmiefest is because they're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
The next one is a Halloween rock party, October 8th at the Fete Music Hall in Providence, Rhode Island.
That's scandalous too, because that one is sponsored by the wonderful Adam and Eve Adult Store in Seekonk, Massachusetts.
Oh, I'm familiar. They're also sponsors of Matt Connarton Unsheathed. See?
So quick with it.
It's a small world.
Bang!
Anyway.
That's really fast, man. I tell you.
Beyond Gravity will be there. Same with 16 by 20 and the Lonely Ones.
Yeah, Lonely Ones is also Boba Flex. I think members of Boba Flex.
Oh, okay. I know Boba Flex. Yeah. Oh, very cool.
I think they're brothers, right? Boba Flex.
I don't know.
That's one of them. So they're both. It's the other brother.
Oh, okay.
And then we have October 15th in Chicago at the West Chicago Social Club with Indigen. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Elena, Eyes of Anguish, Bullet to the Heart, and Mantra of Morta.
Ooh.
Lexi loves Mantra because we played with them in PA.
Oh, okay.
So
She's a great performer.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool.
no.
Very cool.
Cool, yeah, really cool bands. Shout out to Savage Ladies of Metal in Chicago for hooking up. And honestly, we're trying to fill in a date the 14th. So anybody, Pittsburgh, Fort Wayne, Ohio, anybody that if you do, or if you're out there, you're a promoter or book an agent, and we're rolling through. If you do have an opening on the 14th, we might come up and play it.
Very cool. Very cool. we gotta wrap. We are
For sure.
we are out of
That's
time.
it.
Thank you all so much. And the website.
Oh, www.sepsiss.com.
And everything is there. Great site. All the links are there. And thank you all so much. This has been cool. I wish we had more time, but
Well, we'll come back
yeah.
right before Swarm, because we got to bring you your Swarmiefest sponsor packet.
Oh, yes,
absolutely.
yes, absolutely.
That'll be fun.
Very cool. Yeah, no, looking forward to that, and that will be great. Thank you all again so much.
Yes, man.
Thanks
the place
so much
looks
for
great,
having
man.
us.
Thank you so much.
you.
Absolutely. And we got to go. If you miss any part of today's show, it'll be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, MattConnarton.com. And let's see, it is Thursday, so Through the Stage Door is next, and they have trivia tonight at the Hop Knot. Don't forget. All right, I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.